Hey guys, what's up? It's happy Friday, right? Friday, it's a lovely day, a lovely fall day here in New Hampshire. I haven't been live for a little bit, so yay. It's been a busy week. And let me tell you, so I wanted to talk about this today because it's, a little bit of a vulnerability live stream. First of all, I got to show you my shirt. Look at my shirt. Isn't that awesome? It's the Friends cast. I went to Ocean State Job Lot. I don't know if any of you have that store where you are, Job Lot, but sometimes it's like a hit or miss type of store. And I went into Job Lots and I was looking, I think I was going for some random thing like detergent or something like that. And I ended up finding this Friends shirt as the cast of Friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get that. Because it's one of the best shows ever. This is kind of vulnerability post because my Facebook wall is not meant to be a highlight reel whatsoever. I like to share the awesome stuff and share the tough stuff. And I've shared with you guys some of my most painful moments in my life, over the past few months especially. So I have no problem with that. I just tend to not wallow. Like if things are going on that are tough, I tend to not focus on that. I've trained myself where I can reprogram to not go down that rabbit hole. I can reprogram my brain and my focus to stay in a higher vibrational state. I'm human. I get low vibe and it's okay. It's okay to not be okay sometimes. I just choose not to live there. So I often don't share too much of it on Facebook because by the time I get around to posting it, I'm working on other things. I'm working on turning it around. But I do think it's important to share that everybody's got the same struggles because I know sometimes it seems like people who are building the business, their mom, like they're parenting, they got a family, it's all so smooth, right? On Facebook, on social media, everything's always so smooth. And we got it, somebody's got their shit together over there. And I want you to know that there are moments when, everybody feels like they don't. Like this week, I blocked off almost all of my calendar to work on creation for two groups that actually three coming that I'm super excited about. I'm creating content and doing things for some upcoming programs and I'm super excited. So I wanted to work on that. And then I had a kid. Does this happen to anyone, if I can talk, that when you focus on something, right, sometimes shit tends to happen in the world. Like your kids get sick, like your car breaks down. Do you ever have that? I don't call it. This is from a book called The Big Leap. It's an upper limit problem. And it seems like, or we get sick, it seems like when something's happening and we're growing in some way, then shit just goes like chaotic all around us. And this week, that was me. I had my 13-year-old had trouble at school all week, came home early a couple times. I had to take him to the doctor twice. Just now, we just got out. I just dropped him off. With nothing wrong. He felt bad and it seemed legit, but there was no diagnosable anything. It was virus, that generic virus. But it seemed like all of the time that I blocked off ended up being taken up with kid stuff or family stuff, or I had to go get shavings for the rabbit cages. I mean, all the things, everything that had to go, what ended up happening. And I realized that I was starting to tell myself a story about that. I was starting to tell myself a story and I was getting pissed off and I was getting frustrated and I was getting bitchy with my kids. And I was just like, what the hell? Why does it seem like everything's got to happen if I'm trying to up level and go to my next level in my business, that like everything starts to go, maybe is that a sign that this shouldn't be happening or that I'm doing the wrong thing? And I realized that I was telling myself a story. Do you ever feel like that? Where sometimes what we think are signs are not really signs. Sometimes, yes, we are thrown challenges to ask, do you really want it? The universe will say, do you really want this? Do you really want to up level? Are you really serious? So can you push through these obstacles? And the other thing is we start to make up stories about the challenges. And my story was, I need to have a huge block of alone time in order to create quality content. In order to build a business successfully, I need to have a large chunk of time all by myself. Right? That was the story I was telling myself. I was getting pissed off and getting triggered because whenever we're triggered, it reflects something that's going on in some chaos that is inside, right? When we're angry, frustrated, pissed off, triggered, it's like, okay, there's something inside of us that needs to be looked at, a need that's not being met, something that's just not feeling in alignment. And for me, I was telling myself a story. I actually had to sit down and think about it, journal a little bit and say, I am creating this story that business building and parenting has to be a struggle. Even though I've talked about finding that balance before, and I believe it can be done. I think it's a work in progress all the time, but I believe it can be done. I still had this story in my head that I had to be alone for hours to create quality content. I could only work my business when my kids were not in the house. If I could not focus, I could not create, I could not build my business or move forward unless I was alone. And if my family business was around, if things were coming up, it was frustrating, right? And I had to get upset about it. And it had to be, why is this such a struggle? And then I realized I had to ask myself these questions like, is that really true? Is that true that I have to be alone for 5 or 6 hours in order to get my things done, in order to create content, in order to deliver content, in order to create things for my groups and talk to my clients and be there and be present and do the work that I'm meant to do and share my gifts? No way, right? The answer is no, that's actually not true. There are certain times of the day I can find pockets of time where I can get stuff done. I can choose to be flexible. I can choose, because we have our own business, I can choose to do things in a way that is in alignment with me and what I need and what is happening at the time. Whatever's coming up, if you're an entrepreneur, that's one of your main jobs, is to solve problems. So what problem am I going to solve? How am I going to get past this? How am I going to think outside the box and then think of other ways to get things done? That's just part of what it is. That's part of what it is. And guess what? I can still honor myself, right? I got that sense that, oh, if I work around my kids, then I'm being a bad mom because I'm not paying full attention. And there's no other way to do it, right? And I had these stories still, they still come up. Even though I've worked on this over and over and over again, done videos on it, it still comes up. So I have to be on it and really take that time to journal it out. What's the problem? What is underneath the frustration? Where is this coming from? What is the belief that's behind this? And is it actually true? And I had to ask myself this. And if I do take some time to work when my kids are around, am I being a bad mom? The answer is no. But do I need to balance that with focused time on them? Yes. So I made sure that yesterday I played cards with my younger kids and that I was able to be here. I had to just be thankful that I'm here for my 13-year-old when he's having trouble in school, that I'm here to take him to the doctor. I don't have to answer to a boss or a job or get in trouble. And just flip my mindset and say, I can still work on this business even if I don't have 5 hours to myself. I can still create amazing content that is relevant and helpful and inspiring to my audience. I can still coach my clients and help them to create the life that they want and get results, even if my kids are sick, right? There's no need. What if, and this can go for any problem in our lives, any trauma that we've been through, like I can't ever get a good relationship because of this narcissist that I dated, 10 years ago. I can't release the energy of the toxic people in my life, so I can't move forward. Or I was, I had a really tough childhood, or I was fired from that job. It's like, what if there was no need to have a struggle? What if there's no need to have a struggle in order to be a success story? What if we didn't have to have the struggle story? What if we just got to be successful? What if we just got to be fulfilled? What if we just got to be in alignment because we are, not because we have to overcome, not because we have to struggle, not because we have to, that we have to have this story of, really hard times. Hi, everybody. What if we don't have to have, what if the struggle isn't actually real? Like the problems that we have with other people, where is that struggle real? Are those people in front of us? Is the pain right in front of us? Can we touch it? Can we feel it? It's actually all here. It's all here. Like the struggle, the frustration of building a business and being a parent at the same time and feeling like I'm, inadequate at all the things on some days, and that, it has to be hard. That's me. Is that problem real? Is it out there? Can I touch it? Can I feel it? Can I see it? No, because it's all here. And is that actually true? Or can I find other ways to do things? And have I found other ways in the past and still been successful? Yes, right? Absolutely. You can build a business based on what you love, with kids or without kids, and you can do it in a way that honors your life, right? And in a way that lights you up. And yeah, it's going to be hard work. There's going to be times of struggle. There's going to be obstacles, sure, but how we choose to see them and how we choose to deal with them is everything. and how we choose to stay, what vibration that we choose to stay in. And this is a skill. Takes practice. It's not just that simple. It's something you need to learn over time, and give yourself the patience and the space and the love to do this work. So by the way, if you come into my group, Soul Aligned Life, okay, pretty soon I'm going to be doing a challenge in there. It's not necessarily a challenge. It's going to really be almost like a training series on building a business from home, how to succeed and remain in alignment, how to jumpstart your business or how to restart your business in a way that's in alignment with yourself, and that really makes you feel like, you know, it really speaks to your special gifts, right? Makes you feel super high vibe and feel like you are finally getting the momentum that you haven't been able to get before, that you know exactly what to focus on. You feel clear, you have clarity on what it is that you want and where you're going. This is what we're going to learn. So I would just jump into this group, right? It's a free, I want to call it a challenge, but it's almost like a free training series that's coming. It's going to be in the group Soul Aligned Life, right? And we're going to learn about this. Like, the struggle doesn't have to be real, right? It doesn't have to be your story, right? And that doesn't mean we haven't been through tough stuff. I have been through some serious trauma, as I've said, as I've told, but I'm choosing now that doesn't have to be my story, that I have to overcome all this trauma in order to have my victory story. I just get to have my victory story because I am worthy, because I am good enough, and because that's the life that I choose to have. That's the life that I choose to have starting now. It doesn't have to happen when. I'll be happy when I make this money. I'll be happy when I have this relationship. I'll be happy when I live in this house, or I'll be happy when I weigh this X pounds. Like, no, you can choose to be in alignment with, and you can get in vibration with the life that you want right now, even if those things don't exist in your world yet. Okay, so that's what we're gonna start talking about. How to bring the things, how to get in a vibrational match with the business results that you want, right? So that's going to be in my group. It's called Soul Aligned Life. So go on it. I'll put a link to it in the comments after this, and I highly recommend you join me for it. It's going to be super amazing. And those of you who want to join me for the goal visualization coaching group, we start Monday. Okay, so if you want the link to that, or if you want the sign up information, please comment below and let me know. We're going to go hardcore on how to visualize what it is that you want. Some people I know, and I was one of those people that I had no idea. You asked me what I really wanted, I had no idea, right? So and here it is, and you still have to work on it, because why I get triggered and feel stressed on times like this when I'm trying to balance parenting and work, and I'm believing that it's hard, and I'm believing that if my kids are sick that I can't get stuff done, is because I'm not keeping my vision in mind. I had to get realigned with my vision and know that, okay, what am I doing? Where am I going? What do I want? And these are the steps I need to take in order to get there. And if I can't do it in this time, then I can do it in this time. And if I can't do it in this way, then it's okay. It's okay. Everything's working in my favor at all times. I can do it here, and I can do it this way. All right. So those are the things that we're going to work on with the goal visualization, how to visualize what you want, and then how to be super clear on it, and how to get a strategy together that will help you go step by step. This is what I need to do, right? So 2 good things coming up. That's my Soul Warrior University group. Okay, so if either of these are resonating with you, and you know that this would be helpful, especially the end of the year, you all, if you're building a business, this is the holiday season, especially you network marketing, direct sales boss babes, right? This is the time to get that momentum so that you build into the next year, not just for the holiday season, although, yep, that's a great time to see a boom in your business. You want to start that momentum going this way, so you start 2019 strong, so you keep that momentum. And if it seems like it's really hard, you're not sure where to start, and you don't know how to do this, then the Soul Aligned Life group, that challenge, that training series, is going to help you with that, because I've done it. I know how to really build that momentum in a direct sales or in a regular business, and do this in a way that honors your life, and do this in a way that is authentic to you, so you don't feel spammy, you don't feel salesy, you don't feel gross, right? Because we don't want any of that, right? We want something that feels soul aligned. That's why I called it Soul Aligned Life. We do things that only are in alignment with our soul. And if you want help with goal visualization, and you want in my Soul Warrior group, then you can let me know that as well. And we start that on Monday. It's super amazing. So, and if you know anybody who wants to work on this as well, absolutely invite them to either group, okay? The Soul Warrior group is a paid group, okay? It's super low cost. It's only $10, well, not even $10. It's $9.99. I mean, hello, super low. The Soul Aligned Life is a free group. You can invite anybody in. Just go ahead and invite if you think that would help. But yeah, this is what we're going to start working on. We want to start 2019 strong, and we want to go into the holiday season feeling like we've got this. The end of the year, we're going to do what it is that we set out to do at the beginning of 2018. And if we haven't, and our goals have changed, and we're changing course, which is also okay, because it's always working in our favor, remember, then we're going to finish strong and set ourselves up for next year so that we have that soul aligned life. Okay, because we want to feel that. I want that for every single one of you. I want that for myself. I've trained myself to be that way, and it's not easy stuff, but it's so worth it. So worth it. And it all starts here, and it starts here. See, say goodbye to friends. We're going to go. Ross, Rachel, and we're going to go home now. But love all of you. Thank you so much for coming on. Next week, I'm going to start the angel card readings again. Yes, I haven't decided on the exact times yet, but thank you all for that voted on the times. Of course, everybody said all different things, so I'm going to try to accommodate everybody, but I appreciate all the votes, and because angel card readings are awesome, I want to come and bring that back to you. All right, well, I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in these groups. We're going to do some amazing work, and we're going to get everybody set up for 2019 to be your best year yet, and I know I'm super ready for that. All right, so we'll see